this is the series that the top university in China. And today we are very fortunate to invite this pretty lady, to introduce the Duke University. Hi. Hi. So my name is Nicole. I work for Duke Kunshan University here in Kunshan, China. And I work for the International Enrollment Management Office here on campus.
We do offer up interviews, kind of like you mentioned. They're not mandatory, and really they are just to get that extra feel on who that student is, not just in terms of their grades, but as a person. And those are very important for us. But yeah, these days we get so many incredibly qualified, wonderful students.
Wow.
And it's hard to choose. It really is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always feel like these days, when students maybe get rejected from a school, they feel like, oh, it must be something, that the student did wrong, or maybe they feel like they're not qualified like they thought they were. But I guarantee you, like most of the time, you are so qualified, and it really is just like a little thing that you would never, even know about that maybe turn the result that way. It's hard. Yeah.
Wow. So it sounds like a lot of top talented person they apply for Duke.
Yeah,
already.
Absolutely.
So now the situation is it's hard to choose it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, when we go out and we're recruiting and we're talking with a lot of students, like I said, educators, college or high school counselors, they know what top universities are looking for in a student. And so usually they'll, send their students over to us, and all of them are saying that they, want to do something global in the world. You can tell that the students have done their research, I guess is really what I'm trying to say. And so that really reflects itself in their application. You can see that students are paying a lot more attention to the schools they're applying to.
I see.
Yeah.
So how many % of Southeast Asia students they will apply for Duke University in the Kunshan campus?
Our acceptance rate is around 13%.
Oh, 13%.
And then Central Asia makes up the largest portion of that kind of international student block. Then followed by, I believe, the US, and then Asia, just Asia in general. So I don't know if we are at the point where we're separating East Asia and Southeast Asia. I think we just right now have all of kind of Asia grouped into one category. But so I would say it makes up, I believe, our third most popular group. If that makes sense. Students. So yeah, I think we get a lot of interest from East Asia and Southeast Asia from students.
So which country which is include Southeast Asia do you apply for?
Yeah. So including Southeast Asia, that would be Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, maybe Hong Kong. I think we would maybe categorize all that in that kind of zone. Singapore.
I see. I got it. So are there some limited of the Southeast Asia, how many students? Oh, I see.
We have no quota. We have no set.
Maybe leave a few numbers for this area?
Nope.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I mean, that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on kind of how you view it. I usually think it's quite a good thing. I think that shows that we are really prioritizing the highest quality candidate student, and if all of those students happen to come from one place, then so be it. But we also, like I said, it's my job and kind of my goal to have students coming from different places so that we can have that really lovely global community that we want here at DKU.
I see.
Yeah.
Actually, I also did a few research on the website. So it also mentioned that there are a few scholarship of Oh, so is it real?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
We do offer scholarship, merit-based. So based on students' grades, obviously the higher the grades, the more money we're able to award you.
What's the maximum scholarship they can? Is it a private?
That is a secret. different.
Oh,
It is.
okay.
So I cannot share that with you, unfortunately.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah.
And then we also offer need-based aid as well. So for students who maybe are struggling a bit financially or just need a little extra help, they can fill out, we call it a CSS profile.
Wow.
And it's the same thing that they would use if they were applying to a US university. And that essentially will detail their parents' financial information, which then we receive. And then we're able to kind of determine how much need-based aid that student is able to receive. And that really is, a student by student basis because everyone's financial situation is different. The students' transcripts from all the different places, right? And we convert them to a 4.0 US GPA. And then that basically determines, that sets everyone on the same scale. So even if a student is taking A-level or IB or AP curriculum, it all boils down to, a US 4.0 GPA. Scale.
Wow. So if it is the case, can I understand like all the high talented person, they are free to apply for that?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. Our admission application is free, so you can just go onto Common App.
Oh, application is free.
Fill it out, give it a try. Students can also fill out our application on Duke University's Common Application. There's like a little tick box, students can...
What's the next opening date?
We are open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so our application is open. We opened August 1st, and early decision, I believe, is closing early November, and then regular decision is closing early January. But yeah, no, absolutely, students can apply from here until early January for the next opening class.
So if the student who watched the video now, actually they can start to apply now, right?
Absolutely they can, yeah, for sure. And I would strongly encourage them to start sooner rather than later, right? Holidays are coming up, and so that means that maybe your schools might be closed, and the last thing you want is to be bothering your counselor for a recommendation. And trying to get a really good recommendation from that counselor, but you're bothering them on their holiday. So
what's the good recommendation will be?
So
from the principal or something like that?
We need 3 letters of recommendation, 2 from teachers, 1 from a counselor. I personally recommend the best recommendations are the ones that are truly personal. I feel like a lot of universities, maybe not so much here at DKU, but I've heard from other schools that they can get very generic recommendations. Student X is great. They love X, and they're very bland and they're very generic. And while we completely understand that counselors, and teachers work very, very hard and they need to do a lot of those recommendation letters, it's hard when that is the recommendation. The more personal, the better. So find those teachers, find those counselors that really have gotten to know you over your time at school.
Know you
personally, right? And can really write that recommendation.
Not the standard copy paste.
Right, exactly. We want the recommendation that really allows you to shine. Right? Like this is your kind of moment to really brag about yourself, right? And find that educator that can really do that for you.
We want to know more the university's value it is and what's the characteristics when you hire the student you are looking for. Can you explain more?
Absolutely. So at least for the International Enrollment Management Office, so we are looking at non-domestic Chinese students, so students coming from everywhere in the world, globally. Typically what we're looking for in a student is someone that has really high global engagement. So obviously we are the partnership with Duke University and also Wuhan University here in China.
So can I ask that, like, how many students, the Indonesian student who came to your campus before?
Yeah, for sure. We haven't had many Indonesian students come before.
It's a good opportunity now.
So it's a really great opportunity. Obviously, my job is to hopefully get and recruit students from all over China, East Asia, Southeast Asia, including Indonesia. So Indonesian students, we would love to have you come by. And obviously I can share my contact information with Suki so that then if you do have interest, you can send her an email and then send me an email.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever.
If you see the CV from the students, like what's the experience? Like what's like some characters you will feel like wow, and you want to talk with the students?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have come across some students' applications that really stand out. Anything that has really strong like honors and awards. Like, so for example, in the Common App, which is where students will fill out their application, there is a spot for honors and awards. And so students who are doing things like the Olympiads or other sort of global competitions that, you know, they're placing relatively well, or even just showing that they're going out and they're trying those sorts of things. You know, that means a lot to us, right? Because we ask a lot of students these days, all universities ask a lot of students these days, right? We ask them to have really great grades, really amazing extracurriculars, you know, all these really fantastic, wonderful things. But obviously, not every student is going to be able to do all of those great things. So just showing that you're trying, right? That you're taking an interest, that you're exploring different paths. All of these things mean a lot to us in an application. We are big on holistic review of our students when they apply. So that means not only just looking at the students' grades, but also looking at the things outside of the classroom that make a person, right? We get your transcripts and that shows us how you are as a student, but then we want all the other documents that show us kind of who you are as a living, breathing person walking around. So we need both of those things to make sure that not only we feel like you'll be successful here on campus in terms of grades and academics, but that also you are the right fit for the school and the right fit for the campus, right? Both are really, really important.
I also heard that you mentioned that before it's very hard to find the suitable fish from the ocean. Can you share me some examples? Like in the past, there are a few students that are very excellent, but you didn't let them to pass the interview.
It is really hard these days to find students who I personally feel like would not be a good fit at GKU. You know, these days, students are doing so incredible in their classes and outside their classes, and counselors and educators, you guys know what we're looking for in a student, more or less, right? So we really are receiving, you know, the best of the best students. And then it really, it does become just the finest of separations between one student and another student. It's very, very hard these days to really settle on the official class that we're going to enroll, and it takes a lot of time for us, and we take it very seriously.
I see.
But yeah, these days, in the reading cycle that we just had, every student whose application I came across, all of them I felt like they would be a fantastic fit for the school. Wow. So we do have a lot of students these days that are thinking about a gap year. And so they graduated from high school, they took a year to kind of explore, and now they're ready to apply. They feel a bit more resolved in their decision making. That's also totally fine. We'll need the same materials in terms of transcripts, letters of recommendation. Sometimes for some students, we might need them to complete their
Gap reason.
Not that. It's like for some countries, they have like a national test.
Oh, national test.
I don't know if Indonesia has one, but for some countries, we might need the student to complete that national test if they've taken that gap year. But if that is the case, we're more than happy to reach out to the student and see if we can, you know, facilitate that or help them to figure that out.
I see. So can you give like some wishes to our Indonesian student which is want to apply for your university?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to apply, please do. As we've kind of talked about, I do think that our application system is pretty simple. And if you're coming from Indonesia, you would be in contact mainly with myself. And it's my job to help you guys as best as possible in that process. And hopefully I'm not too scary of a person, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully if you are interested, you will apply. I would love to get any emails or messages from you guys with any questions that you might have.
Yeah. And in the future, if there are like a lot of like education exhibition, I will definitely also invite her to join. Yeah. Let's see you offline next time. Okay, thank you.